Good afternoon. It's December 16th, 2022. And today we were really just looking at a range day. Big trend down in the overnight. Uh, and then it looks like we made two legs of correction before selling off again and just going sideways, really. So I didn't see a whole lot of trades in here. We'll go through it again. Maybe I'll see it differently. You can see this trend down. We get a break, couple legs down to a new low. And this looks like a reversal, but it doesn't set up the way we want it to. Um, Perhaps you were looking at this as a trend channel. It's off the highs. So when it bounces right here, that's a second entry long. Good signal bar. I marked it blue, but you can see here this is a higher low. So I mean, unfortunately, it's a little aggressive, but that looks like a second entry to me, and it closes on its high. So I think you take that. We get a break, and then you get this failure, but this looks like one leg down, one leg of correction to me. So then we get a second leg down, and that's probably why this failure didn't work. You can also see you're going into this potential trend channel, but then we bounce. And I don't think you would want to take this one here. With the bias being down, I don't think you want to take that. But there's a lot of room back to that EMA right there. We have this break of this and a move to a new low, so you might consider it. Come up here, we're too far from the EMA. You get the second entry long. We already have a new high, and that's pretty far from the EMA. Maybe you get 4 ticks out of that, but no, it doesn't look like it. Or 450. So yeah, you get exactly 5 ticks, which is what you need. So I mean, it's clearly not a trend channel. It's clearly pretty sideways, so I think you better skip that. That's 3 bars overlapping. You got a doji there. So I know we're flip-flopping on both sides of the EMA. Maybe there was a news item in here. I'm not sure. We come up, and this midline turns out to be influencing prices here. Overnight midline. Get this failure a bit away from the EMA, but we're just going sideways, and it's above the EMA anyway. Then the floor falls out. I've seen this as a 2-tiered channel. Could just be a spike and channel down. But anyway, we get this hidden second entry short right here. Big bearish bar. But, you know, it's a hidden second entry short, so it's aggressive and it's advanced. Come down here and you get a second entry short, but this is right at the overnight lows, so it's risky. But it's a second entry short, so especially with this level of resist or support, you might get a bounce, but second entry short, so you might want to take that. And we come up here and it looks like you get a double test right here, but it's just sideways. We're at the overnight lows. I think you're taking a risk there. You can see this range within the pink range, and this range is just, the midline is just the overnight lows. And we're just, you can see here, we have, after the break of this channel, we get 1, 2 measured legs down. Actually, I mean, this second leg is a little larger than this one, but I mean, it just creates the 2 tiers of this range. But yeah, anyway, we have this range here. You can see it breaks lower. The breakout fails. It comes to high side. That fails. And there's probably a failure in here, but I mean, with all that congestion, you're not trying to do that. You're in the midline. Too risky. Come up here and we just start to go sideways. You get a failure right here. Maybe you go short on the engulfing bar, but I'm not I'm not crazy about that one because we have this move down and you get a break and a move to a new low. So I don't, and it's just pretty far. You're going, we might get some support here. It's sideways. I think you got to sit that one out. But we come down here and we test the breakout area once, and then we get another test, and it's a second entry short. I like this entry. Unfortunately, it's an inside bar, so I marked it aggressive. And then if you don't take that, you might take this, but at that point, I think we're going sideways. But either one gets you a scalp. And the breakout fails. We come back up here, test the midline before selling off. You get another breakout. Maybe you go short on this one on the failure. Just not ideal. None of these are very ideal setups, unfortunately. Now we're just going sideways, really. You get this double test here. That's also a second entry short. I like that, but just because there's some room back to the EMA, and really only 4 ticks. So this should probably be green, but I like that it's a double test and a second entry short. And then the breakout fails. We come back up, come a little short of the midline before selling off. You get a failure right here, but I think with how choppy it is, you're just at some sort of midline. I don't think you want to take that. But then it bounces, and you can see we were making higher lows each time, higher highs in here, and it bounces again. So I guess this is where the buyers decided it was time to come in. We get a breakout that fails. It bounces, and then you get another one. This pretty much looks like a second entry long. And a breakout pullback, maybe you consider that, but that's a lot of overlap. I don't think you want to take that. Just some sideways stuff on here. I don't like any of that. And that pretty much brings us to the end of the day. You can see a lot of selling. Nice strong little trend at the end of the day, but that's how I saw it. I hope everyone had a great day. I'll be back next week.